Oh hey guys, what's up? Yeah, it's me, Travis, with my bringback for your 6th Android tutorial, and today we're going to get a little bit into this Java so you know what you're talking about. But before we do that, we're going to kind of set up some resources for our splash screen that we're going to create, because we want this app to be legit, if you know what I'm saying. So basically, first, before we jump into the Java, I just want you to right click on your resource folder and then go to new folder right here, and we need to create a folder that will hold our sounds. And what we're going to do is we're going to call this folder our RAW folder, R-A-W, all lowercase, hit finish, and this is where we're going to keep our sounds. So now we're going to just add a sound for splash activity, and also add a new picture to our drawable. So I'm just going to do that up here real quick. The basics, resources, and here's all our folders. Here's a quick little splash I created. So I call it splash underscore background, and I just want to make sure that you guys remember that everything that you put in as a resource, even if you're getting some errors in that last tutorial, even your layouts, they all need to be lowercase, otherwise it's going to cause you all sorts of problems. So I'm just going to put that splash back into the drawable, and I'm also going to put this little song I created into our RAR folder. And yeah, some of these sounds will give you some troubles and such, so I'm also going to include which audio files, video files are acceptable by Android in the description. You want to check that out. For the most part, you probably want to use a .ogg for your audio. I just had M4A just because I'm still getting used to the Mac and I don't know exactly how to export it in a different format. So I'm just going to go with this and hopefully it works. Now we're going to go back into our Android here, or I'm sorry, our Eclipse. And the first thing you notice is there's still nothing in there. Basically, you want to go up to this project tab and go down to clean. And that's just going to get your project all nice and clean after a good little bubble bath, if you remember those days. I don't know what you guys are talking about. But now it's all loaded up. Got our splash. And now I'm just going to kind of talk through this Java project, or what we got in our main Java already. So I'm just going to go from top to bottom. Our package, that's what we named our package name. As you can see right over here, this is our package name. The main is from our package, so that's where it's coming from, this package. So it's going to include it. Package com.mybringback.thebasics. These imports are some other projects or packages that we're importing from, and that comes from, again, the Android 2.2, the Android jar folder, and that's what it's kind of referencing. Why do we need to import these? Well, for one reason, we're extending the main class, which is from android.app.activity. We're extending the activity class. I don't know if I said main or activity. I kind of lose my train of thought there, but yeah, this is coming from one of these packages, so we have to import that package into our Eclipse, or into this project. And that's the same thing with this bundle, because right here we're using bundle, so we need to, that's not like a Java term or anything. That's from an actual class that the SDK has. So we're going to have to import that package. So that's what the imports mean. And then what this public means, I'm just going to kind of talk through this real quickly. Public means basically this class is accessible to all the other classes in our project, and obviously it's going to be a class. I'll get to like methods in a second, but this is a class which is going to hold methods, and we called this class main. Now we're extending. What extending means is we're extending another class, the activity class. Now this activity class is called in Java terms like a superclass. Not activity alone, but anytime you extends or implement, that you're going from a superclass. This would be your subclass, and this would be your superclass. Now when you say extends, that means we can use some of those methods from that class, that superclass activity. As you can see, when I'm clicking on activity, on create highlights as well. That means this method is from our superclass. And the only reason we can use this method is because we extended activity. Now this override is basically saying, yeah, we're using someone else's method and we're just going to override it. And what a method does, basically, you know, when you have that scratch on your back, you need to scratch it. Like a method is like doing that action, like scratching or whatever. For this case, it's an on create. So when our app starts, this is the on create method. It's going to get called first. And again, it's public. And anytime you see void, you know it's probably a method. And what this means is when you create methods, you can put things in your parameters. For instance, this is putting something, passing something in its parameters, which, what is it passing? Well, it's passing a bundle. And we're labeling that bundle this. Saved instant state. We can change that to something like Travis is awesome. And then we get this error right here because it doesn't know what saved instant state is anymore. It doesn't know if it's a bundle or whatnot. So we're just going to say Travis is awesome here as well. And again, you guys have to put Travis is awesome, otherwise it's not going to work. And what this is, it's the superclass, or it's referring to the superclass, the onCreate from the superclass, and it's passing in this bundle. We'll get into that a little bit later. I know this is kind of confusing. This is just kind of a quick overview. And then the set content view, you guys kind of know what that does. It just sets the background or the layout, and we're referring to our splash activity. Now, that's kind of a quick overview of Java. So we're just going to stick with that for now. But before we go any further, I just want you to change your splash activity real quick, the XML, and we're just going to basically put nothing new, but we're just going to set the background as the parent matches everything. I mean, the layout, height, and width match the parent. So we're just going to put Android background, nothing new, but and then we're going to say @drawable and resource that new image that you just put in. I had it labeled as splash back. And now we're just going to check it out. Yeah, very ugly. I did that in like 2 seconds. So, I mean, actually, I spent like 3 days on that, but I feel bad because it turned out that way. But anyways, so there you go. That's basically all this lesson is going to be. So thanks again for watching, subscribing, give me those thumbs up and everything you guys do. Thanks again. Watch, check out the website and all that good stuff. I gotta go. Peace, homies.